Yes. How are you guys doing? I'm having a great day so far. Hope you guys are as well. Get off me. What do we got? Oh, we got a little bit of Johnny Highland shredding today. Well, Zimmer's hold. How are you guys doing? Holy shit, I'm excited to be here today. And this is going to be a fun stream. Guys, this is going to be this is going to be a funner. It's going to be a gooder and a funner. And man, that is a fucking... That is a cool little breeze coming in my window. I'd like to get rid of it ASAP. It's really nice out today, but then there's this cool breeze because we have the largest freshwater lake in the entire world. Hang on. All right. See if you guys can guess. Actually, no. I don't want you guys guessing where I live. It's pretty easy to guess. I mean, not necessarily though. I mean, I will say here, I'm going to give you guys a hint as to where exactly I live. Here you go. You ready? I live very close, as in maybe about 200 yards from the largest freshwater lake in the world. And that particular lake is responsible for some of the most ridiculous breezes and winds that you've ever felt in your whole life. Hello, everybody, by the way. Pedro, how are you? Get off me. Cat hair is a miss. The boys had a good time last night dancing on my desk, as I'd imagine they're doing in the middle of the night. And I just didn't think to do any dusting this morning. And last night, man, I don't even know how I'm still functioning. Last night, I was in a different world. I was in a different universe last night during the fight night. Oh my god. Holy gosh. What are we doing today? Hi, by the way, my name is Tyler. Welcome to the Amp Sim universe. And what are we doing today? We're doing a bit of a flashback lab. I'm going to go with the name Flashback Lab for now. And this is where we take a look at old plugins. Now, gosh darn it, there's a bit of a mess happening on my desk here that I need to get to. Hold on. That is really, really irritating. Sorry, guys. I got this big ass pop, and this pop is like this person whoever poured it wasn't really earning their dollars today. I got pop running all over the place. Like, I'm glad this isn't on like clothing or anything else. I'd be pissed right off. This is one time where this fucking asshole put the lid on my coffee really poorly. And I mean, I trust that the person that's taking my order, that's being paid like $15 an hour to pour my coffee, is doing their job by simply putting the fucking lid on properly. Meanwhile, he did not. And when I went to go pick it up from the counter, it went like this, and coffee came out and went on my sweater and stained my sweater. And I had a fucking serious Karen moment there, folks. Like, I needed to talk to the manager on that one. Would you guys talk to the manager in a situation like that? You let me know. All right, what are we doing today? My name is Tyler. Welcome to the Amp Sim universe. And we are checking out something old school today. This is, if you're a newer plugin user, we are about to blow your fucking mind as to a collection that existed before you existed. You know what I mean? This is a collection that existed before Neural DSP. This is a collection that existed before STL Tones, not before Ignite Amps, mind you. They were around the same time period. This is basically the, oh geez, I don't want to listen to Sum 41. Why is it listening to Sum 41 all of a sudden? I know that's gonna nuke me for sure. No, thank you. Can you just not? I didn't put that on there either. I don't mind Sum 41, but I just would not have put it on this playlist because I don't want to get fucking nuked by the copyright gods. That snotty little dork and Sum 41 might get angry that I'm listening to his music in behind my stream. And I say that with absolutely no love whatsoever, as I've actually met Derek Wibley a number of times in the past, and he's actually always been an asshole. Every single solitary time that I met him. And I've met him probably 10 times over the years, dating way back. to their very first tour, and my band performing actually with them in Ajax, Ontario, in their neck of the woods as well. One way back before like before anyone was cool. Anyways, the dude's always been an asshole. The rest of the dudes in that band are fucking really nice people though. Anyways, what are we doing today? We're going over Thermionic. This thing has existed forever. And it didn't exist always in this form. There was like little bits and pieces added to it and added to it and added to it. And older than Mercurial Audio? Yeah. I think so in a way. Like in some of it, maybe. I think it sort of cruised along. They cruised along kind of alongside each other. And but this has been around for a long time. Now, I'm going to go over really quickly the amps that we have in this collection. Obviously, we're not going to get to every one of these today. But if you have something in this list that I'm about to read off, let me know in the stream what you'd like to hear, and I'm gonna make sure. There's some in here that my favorites are gonna get plucked for sure. I'm gonna do all my favorites, and I've had favorites in here for eons and eons. Okay. Now this was some of the best modeling in the universe when it first came out, and we're trying to figure out today, does, even with a little help from even something like our Fatner, these are actually, I want to point out, these have never sounded bad at all. They were a little, but when you started to jack up the quality on these things back in the day, they started to get a little taxing on your machine. I always loved the way these looked because I never really gave a fuck. None of us gave a fuck about what they looked like as long as it sounded really good. And that was the approach here. No wasting time on graphics, no wasting money on graphics, no wasting. You're just going to take this, you're going to put it together with the impulse response loader and impulses that he also provided. He being Shane at Kazrog. By the way, Shane, if you're watching this, hello, and I hope you're doing well, buddy. It's been a really long time. Shane has been, I've been a big part of the plugin industry, and not a big part, but it's been a big part of me, I should say, for a long period of time. And man, like, Shane's work has meant a lot to me for a lot of years. So Shane, if you're watching this, thanks so much for all your hard work for the guitar community. We're gonna have some questions for you in this, though. We're gonna have some questions. I hope you're up for some questions. Maybe we can get Shane in here at some point and talk about Thermionic. That would be amazing. And he's such a nice guy, too. Truthfully, such a nice dude. Now, if you were here yesterday, we used Ampcraft. Well, Psycho A here is kind of, this would be the 1992. So Psycho A, this is based on the block letter 5150 original. Is the Psycho A. There's a Psycho B. We're gonna get there though. Okay, we're gonna go through the list. If there's anything on here, guys, make notes. I have my own favorites, and if you guys want to see anything or hear anything rather on this list, let me know. We have a Bassman. We have a Blackface Fender. We have a Fender Champ. We have an Engel Savage 120. We've got a dual rec. We've got a triple rec where I'm going for sure. Don't you worry, we're going there. We've got an FB. This is the FB 100. Basically, this is the HBE. This is Friedman. This was the this existed for a long period of time, and then it kind of didn't. So right now we don't have a lot. There is no HBE on the, this might be the closest you're gonna find, but again, only if you already own it. Okay, if you don't already own this, it sucks because it's not available. And I don't know if maybe we can convince Shane somehow to put this back on the market, even for like a low, or some like, anything he's comfortable with. I think there would still be a market for this. We're gonna keep going. This is based on the HBE 100. We have the Diesel VH4. I believe this is VH4. Yeah, VH4. This is the Diesel. This is a Diesel. I'm pretty sure this is based on the VH4. Yeah, not a Herbert. I'm pretty sure this is based on the VH4. Anyways, blue face and a silver face. And if you've ever seen, they're at those, you've probably seen both. We could just go in here and go Diesel VH4 blue silver and see what we got. Okay, so here's a blue face right here and a silver in the same picture. Right there. Perfect. You guys were able to kind of check that out. And obviously it's not very big. There's a blue face and there's a silver face. What the specific differences, I'm you guys might know better than me. If you guys know, throw it in the chat. Obviously, we're going to get to these as well, because if you guys know me, you'll know that I love this amp. We're going to be here for a fucking while today, boys. We have a whole bunch of Master Boogie. We've got the Mark II-B. We've got the Mark II-C+. We've got the Mark IV. You've got a bunch of Moashals. You've got the JTM45, the 800, and a bunch of JMPs, one being a standard, one being a Jose mod, and the other one being, I wish Bo is here. Bo is here. Hey! Bo is going to be like helping us through this as well. There's a Jose Arredondo mod, and there's another modification that I can't remember off the top of my head. Is it Fortin? No, it's not Fortin. Can't remember the other one. We've got two Bogners. We've got a Bogner Ecstasy, and then it's another Bogner. Again, I've lost this one as well. The Ogre Tuber is this. I know this one is the Ecstasy, the Ogre XS. Isn't it fun playing the parody game? Yay, parody game, parody game. Thermion, and then we have a Plexi. Okay, and then we've got a 5151, a 5152, and a 5153, as well as a Framus. We've got the Framus Dragon. No, sorry, this is the Framus Cobra. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Framus Cobra. This is, lo and behold, this is once upon a time, this is known as Stefano Marabato, a famed Italian producer. This is his favorite amp sim. You bet you didn't know that, did you? Well, it's one of his favorite amp sims. He loves this little amp sim. He uses it a bunch with his own little, with one IR, and he gets this absolutely nonsensical tone, and you would not believe you're listening to this old ass plugin. Dude knows his tone. Anyways, the Solid 100 is SLO 100. You guys know Soldano. Okay, we have a Supro. We have an orange. This is the what is nice, the Thermionic Tangerine Nightmare. I think it's the Dark Terror. And then we've got a couple of Vox amps. These were the only Vox amps on the market for a good while. Then they disappeared, and there were no Vox amps, which was kind of a bummer. We're gonna get started though now with the. We're gonna go straight to the Savage 120. Just to let you guys. We're gonna get warmed up for an IRs today. We are gonna go with. We're going to be going mixing. We're going to do what we did back in the day and just kind of use a bunch of random IRs and have a good time with it and see what we get. All right. I'm going to be just mixing and matching own hammer and all kinds of different stuff and having fun with IRs like we used to. That's going to be a good time today. Heavy Metal Chainsaw, what's going on, dude? All right, let's get this tuned up. I am using Gilbert today, as typically is the usual. I kind of just I don't want to make the signal chain too out there today. I would at least be nice to have like one thing that's very constant that I'm very cozy with. And like I said, always guys, if there's something brand new that you're trying or something you're not familiar with, always be sure to try that thing with a bunch of other things that you are very cozy with, so you know exactly what the new thing is giving you. All right, cool. Let's see what we got here. Okay, we got that going, and we're gonna go up here, make sure we got the Savage going. All right, here we go. And we're not using any pedal. I've got a bunch of pedals that, if you didn't know, they had some pedals as well. There's the Klon Centaur. You have a Big Muff. You have an an HM2. Once again, the only HM2 that was on the market for a long time, and then it disappeared, so there were none. And this is your average ass greedy Tube Screamer vintage driver. Pretty good Tube Screamer. We're going to use that one and kind of go in and out with the sword, maybe some other things as well, just like we used to do back in the day. We used to, when we were building our own signal chains. Get off me. Cat hairs. They're always after me, guys. They're always after me. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh boy. We have nothing. What's happened? Oh no. Go to this other channel here. Again, I'm using the Savage 120. Not too bad so far. And we're just going to make sure that they add this nifty little saturation control in all the plugins too, which is pretty cool. If you guys want to check that out, it's in a bunch of the plugins. You can use it a little bit, you can use it a lot, whatever you like to do. They also give you access to all the different random controls available. You can turn the presence and depth off, on if you'd like. All right, let's go straight to the lead for fun. All right, a little bit, tiny pinch out of tune here. Want to make sure I'm dead bang on. I'm playing B to B as per the usual. I do have guitars in not B, and I've been asked a couple times now in the last little while, when are we gonna be doing? That's cool. We never used to be able to jack that quality right up either, because again, back in the day, you do that, it was a little harder on your machines. Nowadays, with the computer I've got now, this is like nothing. Absolutely nothing is happening right now. It's great. They finally fit in really nicely. All right, I'm gonna go back to the other panel here. So about, oh, neat. Okay, I'm gonna roll back the mids a tiny bit. So you've got normal, bright. We'll try, no, I don't know if we need bright. Now, what if I was to bump in the old fattener here? Just for fun. That could be interesting, but for now, we're going to focus on what these are giving us and whether they hold up on their own or not. Hones. Hones. I don't necessarily need that bright. I am going to go to the other panel there and turn on the presence, turn on the depth. See you later, buddy. Appreciate you dropping by, Thomas. Today is, I mean, we might be here for a while. We might not. Who knows? I've been having a great weekend. Great weekend so far. Yesterday was a bit hazy, but we got it done. All right, so I'm using the Angle Savage 120 so far. I mean, this one holds up, but I think there are other Angle Savage 120 plugins right now that would kind of dominate it. But that's not to say that we're not going to continue to see what else we can get out of this. Doesn't sound, by any means does it sound bad either. All right, we haven't boosted it either. Not that you really need to boost a Savage 120, but we're going to do it anyway, because obvious. Oh, that is grouchy. Let's see what, without the denoiser, what this sounds like. Oh. Whoa, big fella. Wow, that was quite the amount of noise. Jesus. Let's not do that right now. Let's just let's just trim that back a little bit and use something else that's kind of old school that works. That doesn't sound bad. All right, I kind of want to see what else we got here. And And this is from the the EdVH Essentials pack from Ownhammer. And we're just kind of, like I said, we're going to be kind of cruising around today. I really kind of just want to go use one particular IR for a little bit, the old EGA 412. Actually, if this was truly old school, we'd go get some of the old, we get the old, geez, what are they called again? Man, it's going to come to me. Go here, and if you go through the, geez, why is it Catharsis? That's right. Let's go old school and go Catharsis. The old press high file. All right, what sounds better? That sounds pretty good. Those old ass impulses still sound fucking awesome. You gotta say it. You can't say they don't. Like, they still sound good. All that old stuff in the 7 Deadly Sins Impulse Response Pack, you can still get it for free. It's all like fair use stuff. It's all like free stuff that's been just like a snowball that's been rolling for years. The stuff continuously gets added to it. If you guys can find the 7 Deadly Sins Impulse Response Pack or IR Pack, you guys will be in the money. You guys will have some fun. Sure, there's some crap in there that you'll have to kind of sift out, but that's no different than anything else, really. I am going to use this EGA 412 pack in file for just 1 second. I think this is actually going to be really great for this whole stream. So let's just keep it there for now. And I'm going to use the other window over here. If I want to use something else. So let's go back to the amp itself. It sounds pretty good so far. This is the Damage 120 from the old ass Thermionic Collection. That, man, it's been around for ages. Shane took it off the market. I don't exactly know why. I had a brief conversation with him about it where it was something to the effect of just not feeling that the suite was at the market, you know, kind of at that industry standard anymore. I don't know if he was. I'm not really sure. You're gonna have to ask him. And I know that for a while that the plan was to take all these amps and put them in like a mega slash multi-amp kind of deal. And then came the Ampcraft series, which was really cool as well. So I'm wondering how many of these amps are going to get that treatment though, you know? And because let's be honest, there's not all of these amps are going to get that treatment. It would be really great to see a Mark II C+. If I had to, if Shane, if you're out there and you're going to watch, if you watch this Mark II C+, buddy, I mean, that would be a wonderful amp to go into Ampcraft. I think the rectifier might be next. I think he was hinting towards or teasing towards the rectifier being next, which is also fucking rad. Bring it on. That'll be our next stop. But for now, I just want to check out a little bit more of this this Savage 120. It's very impressive. That sounds tight and strong. Strong. Quality's jacked right up. That's great. Presence says everything is on. This is about as good as I'm going to get things to sound, I think. Let's go to the crunch. Let's do it. Ah! Hold up. I gotta go to the other panel. Bring that, roll that back. That sounds good, but let's be honest, that lead channel is like the start of that show. See you later, Damage 120. It's been a good time. That was based on the Angle Savage 120, the Damage 120. Bye-bye. And next, I'm going to go to another amp that I'm really obviously most of us are fairly familiar with. In the cabinet, I'm just going to leave it for now, but I mean, I could go just for fun, go for something different. All right, let's go here. We're going to go into the other panel. We're going to make sure everything is operational that we need. Crank the quality rate up because why not? Don't need the clean. Let's go to orange modern. And then we're going to start dialing nice and slow. What do we got for a volume though? A little bit, that's a little bit strong. It sounds really fucking good. That sounds very rectifier-ish. That sounds fucking great, actually. It feels good, too. And I haven't even touched the controls yet. And that's something. All right? Let's do that, though. Let's touch the controls. Let's make a bit of more of a mess. All right, let's engage some sort of tube screamer. Wow. Sounds pretty fucking good. It sounds real good, actually. Let's crank that treble up a bit. Let's go to red modern. What's going on, Caleb? How is everybody doing today? I'm a little slow. I've had 5 hours sleep, and I actually really don't get off me. UFC 300 was amazing last night. It had me up quite late. And boy, was I in a bit of a state when I went to bed. 7 o'clock this morning, my brain was like, you're getting up whether you like it or not. I'm like, I guess we're doing it. So we did. Got up. Played a round of disc golf. Played a pretty decent round of disc golf today. It was fun. Me and the missus went out with some friends, or with a friend, and it was great. It was awesome. Nice day. She's out walking again. And I'm here with y'all. It's a good day. It's been a great day so far. Yeah, I agree. It would be nice. I'm going to go back to see if anybody requested anything in that list. No. Absolutely nothing. That whole list, and there's nothing anybody wanted to see. I'm just kidding. All right. I'm going to go to the triple rec because I'm interested. I don't have very little experience in reality with hands-on. I had one guy in one jam space that had a triple rec for what seemed like a song and a dance. It was just like he didn't have it for long at all. And to be honest, from what I recall, he didn't really have it for very long. Let's see what we got here. That's clean. We don't want clean. I don't want clean anyways. Okay, we've got. Let's go to modern. Man, sounds good already. That's tasty. Tasty jams, guys. Tasty jams. I hope you guys are having a good time with this. I know. It's like, you're not the first person to be like, man, this came out after my time and I'm fucking annoyed about it. I'm annoyed that it's not around anymore. In that case, you know, I'm going to email Shane and I'm hoping he gets back to me on this one. I'm going to email him, see what we can do. See if there's anything I can do at all to convince him that it would be a good idea to kind of, on some level, or at least some of the ones that he knows he's not going to hit up with Ampcraft. You know what I mean? Plus, he's got, man, like he's got so many options. He's got so many options. I mean, I have no idea what he plans to do with this stuff. Maybe once he's got the format for Ampcraft that he really likes down, maybe at that point it'll become more of a you know, like just firing them all out, because sometimes that's what it's about. That, like, hey, I'm the same way right now with our pre-recorded reviews. Like, every time I film one, it's just like I'm happy, and then I'm like, oh, but I could have done this, I could have done that. And I want to make it something that's going to be good for everyone. So I get it, wanting to change things constantly. What's going on, Freeskin? How are you? That's pretty beefy. Cool. Gilbert is just not staying in tune the last couple days. Oh man, there was the whole time. There was Oh man, the whole time I had something playing in the audio coming from my other device. Ah, no problem. I can do that, and we're gonna go there next. The marshland. Hang on. Is it the J? That's what I thought. Okay. You want to hear this one? I like this one too. Wow. Holy crap. Yeah, this is as good as I remember it being or better. What's going on, Freyskin? How are you guys? Man, it sounds great. Man, that's great. Absolutely stunning tones right now. That's a better tone than I ever remember getting with it before. And I think it's also because I'm getting to use it on a higher level of quality than I ever got to use it back in the day as well, right? I mean, again, like my machine back in the day wasn't necessarily a slouch, but it wasn't like I just couldn't run these plugins at the highest quality that I think they probably should have been running at. Holy shit, that sounds good. And the IR running right now is the Dr. Bonkers EGA 412 414 Hype Reel Mix. My favorite single impulse response or blend, I should say, ever created. I use it all the time. I use it when I'm testing all kinds of different things through, and I want it like all bunch of different amps or pedals, etc. I want things to be constant, and I love this file. You guys check it out. Is my favorite file on probably ever, and I use it more than anything else. Check it out. It's in a few plugins as well, but wow. I'm like beside myself right now. This thing's fucking amazing. Well, I agree with you. I think this stuff is wonderful. And if there's something you guys want to hear, by the way, that was the Marshland, aka Marshall JMP Jose Arredondo mod. And if you don't know who Jose Arredondo, I believe is he still alive? I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure on that. I remember, yeah, I'm not sure. I have no idea. Either way, he is a famous amplifier modification expert. That he invented a type of modification that Bo would be able to explain better than I. He invented a bunch of different types of modifications for Marshalls that became very, very popular amongst some of the very, very popular names out there. I'm sure he's passed away. Okay. I'm sure when he was alive, and I'm sure even still now, there are many pictures of him that exist with his arm around, aka a bunch of famous people. And the dude, he was a ninja, one of the OGs. So thanks so much to him for everything he contributed to the world of high gain that currently exists. Because without Jose Arredondo and all the different people, all the pioneers of high gain amp modification, we wouldn't have the toys that we have today. We wouldn't, and that's a fact. Okay, so we want to make sure you pay all the homage. You've got to make sure that you pay homage to the greats. Okay. And now I'm going to go with the VH4. Okay, I'm going to go with the VH4. We're going to go with the blue. Go with the fucking blue. All right. I'm going to make sure everything's going on here. I've got this like a consistent kind of thing I've been doing. Lead 1, lead 2. I'm going to go with lead 1. Wait a minute. I don't recall there being 2 lead channels. Lead crunch. Yeah, maybe. I guess so. I don't know. Interesting. So, like, I got you. Cool. All right. I'm going to go here, and then we're going to go lead, and we're just going to go with some basically very pedestrian settings that I typically use. I use a very similar approach to dialing in first tones for a lot of different amplifiers. I use like an approach of 7s, and then you kind of learn when that is not gonna fly with certain brands and certain like, you know, for example, that's maybe where I start with a rectifier, but then I learned, you know, that you're never ever gonna turn the bass control on a rectifier up to 7. That's never gonna you're never gonna want to do that. There's so much low headroom in that amp. All right, let's go with the wow! Holy smokes, that sounds so good. That doesn't surprise me at all, reading over that Friedman comment. I don't know. This is a strange thing to say. But I lose respect for any amp or any analog manufacturer that licenses their name and logo and product likeness when they license that to a software developer. And then allow a turd to come out. I think that I've seen these clauses and I've seen these contracts where all these analog builders reserve the right for final approval. All of them. In every fucking contract I've ever seen, every one of these analog companies penciled in, there's always a clause that enabled, they have final approval of the final product, saying, yes, this is, represents our product well. Okay. I lose a lot of respect for companies that have a situation like, for example, where they've licensed their stuff and then it turns out a turd. That should never happen unless someone's asleep at the wheel and just wants their bag. And let's be honest, we've all seen that, haven't we? Yeah, come on. We've all seen that happen. We know there's more than a few occasions, more than a few situations out there where somebody just wanted their bag. They took their bag and they're like, oh, well, this plugin, yeah, good luck with your plugin thingy. I like this money. Money, money, money. And that's okay. Money's great. We all like money. But I really lose respect for any analog, any builder that allows that. And in this case, I believe in the case of the Plugin Alliance, Friedman HBE, or the Friedman, the B100, whoever approved that was asleep at the fucking wheel. It really is. And it sounds like someone put 3 moving blankets over the cabinet, is because you can turn literally every high end or every top end control on there. You can turn all the brights, you can crank the treble, you can use a 57 file that's literally pointed, that's as close to the fizziest file you can find, and it still doesn't sound bright. And that is exactly the opposite of what a Friedman BE100 is supposed to sound like, if you know what I mean. It's a bright amp, like bright as the sun. So it's supposed to sound really, really good. And at this point, we have no Friedman BE100s, etc., BE, HBE, yada, yada. Okay, so like the Dirty Shirley was okay, but it was still quite dark. And I know that those plugins were done by Igor, which is really, really, really shocking to me that one turned out so poor. I didn't like it. I was so excited to get it. I remember getting it and being like, yeah, finally! Because it was locked. I think it was one of those plugins that was like, no, wait, it wasn't. Was it one of the ones that was locked in like Universal Audio Purgatory for a while? I can't remember. Either way, it's not good. Go ahead, guys, try it and tell me I'm wrong. It is not good. No matter what you do to it, you just cannot brighten up the amp. And these amps are made to be literally bright enough to cut a hole in the sun. I didn't like it, and I don't like that. I don't like that. Like there was somebody along the line should have tried that and said, no, doesn't sound anything like my amp. I don't think so. This is not good. I like your money, but I have this clause here that says final approval is mine. So go back to the drawing board and send me something that sounds a lot more like the amp that I put a lot of my blood, sweat, and fucking tears into if you want to use the Friedman name on the front of your amplifier or the front of your plugin. That's the way I'm looking at it. Now, I'm not just saying Friedman. I'm just saying I'm using that as an example. But in this case, this is one of the companies that I'm looking at going, geez, this doesn't sound very good. And you're wondering how that got by someone at QC. Was there someone, did anybody that had ever tried any plugins tried this thing? You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm just going, guys, this is just kind of the way that my brain works when it comes to the nurturing the relationship between analog and digital. I think that there is a lot of onus on these companies apart from just saying, hey, here's a high-res vector logo. Thanks for the money. You can send it to, this account, and good luck with your plugin. I think there's got to be more communication. There's got to be multiple betas going back and forth to the builder. And if the main builder isn't a plugin user, there's got to be someone on the staff there. It's 2000. We're in the new age. That thing came out like maybe 2020, 2019, something like that. You can't tell me there was no one in the office that was familiar with how to use an amp sim. Come on. There's got to be someone involved there. And if not, then you got to get somebody. Like right now, I'm actually working with an analog builder, and I'm that person. He literally hired me to be that person to help him understand the plugin universe. and how things work. And because he's never really used them, he wanted me to help him figure out that he wants to work with an with a plugin company, but he needs to know how everything works before he goes and gets involved. I'm happy to explain that, but someone needs to, right? So that's my little old man yells at cloud rant for the day. And I'm using the blue face, the diesel fueled blue. Oh my God. I had no idea. Guys, look at my fucking face. If you guys are watching this fucking face throughout this entire stream, you have seen so far where I was like, ooh, I've been very surprised. And I'm not one of those like fake reaction people where I sat around here last night dialing all this in. And then all of a sudden I'm like, look at all my fake reactions. These guys are going to think it's real. Oh my God. No, I was expecting some good tones today, but not like this. I didn't expect to get quite what we're listening to right now. So yeah, Shane, if you're watching this and listening to this, guy, we gotta like something. We gotta do something. Like, you know, we got like there's a market for these fucking things. Ma. Can we get the tool? Can we get the tool channel? This is you guys don't want solos, so I'm telling you, you don't want the sweeps. No, you don't want them. If only I'm practicing though, guys. I'm trying to get some more like lead licks and lead sweeps and some legato runs together so that I can be a little bit more effective at demoing some of this stuff for you guys. I realize I have a lot of the same, very similar lead passes that I use a lot. And I mean, I love playing, just making up random riffs and pulling riffs out of my ass. But when it comes to like lead passes, there's not a single developer out there that wants to hear anybody demoing their products and hitting off notes every half bar or so. And nobody wants to hear that. So when I get in here, usually my hands are kind of a little bit cold. I warm up a little bit and then I'm like, I'm going to go for it. And then, yeah, I don't want anybody to leave because the sweeps are fucking brutal. You know what I mean? So give me some time and we'll come up with some better lead licks for some showcases here. Man, this riff. We've done this before, but guys, this riff. What a great tune. Dog Fashion Disco, love song for a witch. If you ever go listening to this song, make sure you go and listen to the older version, not the newer version. They re-recorded it. I hate when bands do that. They re-recorded this song and just made it way lamer. There's nothing about it. It's like completely stripped of its original like flair and flame. It's just like, it's almost like someone just farted the song, you know, like it's not good. I hate when bands do that. I don't like it. Nice. I'm just reading through this nice, semi-spicy little thing we've got going on. I like it. And one thing Bo knows, and Bo knows his marshals, and he knows his modified marshals. He is definitely the resident expert on in that neighborhood. So I definitely trust his vibe on that stuff. As like I said, I don't know a whole hell of a lot. I know a lot about marshals, but not like he does. So holy shit, that sounds huge. Oh my gosh. Wow. I'm just like, wow. I'm fucking floored right now. Absolutely floored. I'm super excited about what we're kind of digging up right now, boys. All right. I'm going to let you guys, my challenge for you guys for the moment is while I'm gone on the break. My challenge for you guys is just kind of look up the old suite. And if you don't know much about it, maybe, I don't know, just discuss, ask questions if you'd like. We know a lot about this suite, between Bo, myself. Eddie's not here today, but we know a lot about this suite, this collection. We were in the middle of when it was released, and I bought each one of these parts separately. I didn't even buy the original. I didn't even buy the full thing. Like I spent full value on this thing and these suites, these collections, and they all came out in chunks as opposed to being one large collection. Here's the thing. When this thing eventually was discontinued, this whole collection was available for $49.99. All of these amps, all of them, and the pedals were available for $49.99. It's crazy. And I think they should still be available today. And I think that, like, maybe, hell, we got to get some sort of something going. I think I've got an idea, guys. I think I've got a really great idea. I'm gonna throw it at Shane, and just for maybe just a couple of these amps, I've got an idea that I'd like to throw at Shane, just for fun. And Shane, I hope you maybe you're willing to listen. He's such a nice dude, but I'm gonna, he's one of those guys that's very particular about his tech, and and a lot of things about it, and I respect that a lot. But the thing is, I don't know a lot of developers and coders out there that work as hard as he does. There's a lot of the one-man shops out there. There's like, I can name 5 of them off the top of my head. These one-man shops that are like, one man plus like a little sprinkle of employees. These people are really, like, really truly special individuals. Like, man, I'm not sure what his intentions are as far as like which bunches of these amps that he's going to do Ampcraft versions of. But again, I really do feel that it's not going to be all of them. So I don't know. I'd be curious what he's doing with the ones that he's not going to do that with. Because like I said, I've got an idea. Maybe we'll make something cool happen. Maybe not. All right, guys, I'm going to be back about 3 minutes. If you guys have beers, crack a beer. If it's first thing for you, you just getting up, crack yourself a coffee. Have yourself a bag of chips. Or as I'm about to do, perhaps some herbal enhancement. It's a beautiful Sunday here. Getting a little bit gloomier outside, but I'm here with you guys for at least another 60 minutes. We're going to check out this wonderful collection of amps known as the Thermionic Collection from a wonderful company called Kazrog. That's going to be my challenge for you guys. Go learn a little bit about the Thermionic Collection and Kazrog while I'm gone rather. Check out what he's got for sale. He's got some of the coolest processing gear you'll ever check out in your life. True iron. I'm going to tell you right now, if you decide to buy something random and kind of interesting, check out True Iron, and I promise you, you will not be disappointed. It adds all sorts of fun little things, and it can make your mixes sound absolutely fucking incredible. All right, guys, I'll be right back. Give me 3, anywhere from 2 to 5, and I will be right back. Let's get a good song for the break here. What do we got? What do we got? All right, here comes a weird one, guys. Here comes a real weird one. Enjoy.
Magic toy, this is my greatest toy. It makes me wow. Monkey boy, I like your magic toy. This is my greatest toy. It makes me wow. Monkey boy, you love the stars so low. The summer will destroy. It makes me wow. Monkey boy, I like your magic toy. This is my greatest toy. It makes me wow. Monkey boy, you love the stars so low. The summer will destroy. It makes me wow.
Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. What movie is that from? I know. Do you guys know? Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. All right. We are getting into the second half of the stream. And I'm just going to hang out with you guys and Gilbert here. We're going to go over a few more chugs. And if you're wondering if the clean tones in this also hold up as well, yeah, they do. But we're going to do a stream just for that if you want. We'll do that. I don't mind doing that. You know, that song is actually quite catchy. And I had actually some disbelief that the singer would be able to sing that song live, because that is a lot of that's a lot of words and syllables without breathing. And she nailed it pretty good, actually. We were watching it. We're like, okay, well, she hits it. Yeah, so, okay, the Thermionic Fueled Blue, also wonderful. Also, so we know if the Fueled Blue is wonderful, we know the Fueled Silver is going to be wonderful as well, isn't it? Yeah, we know that. Why? Why did you do that? Oh, it was giving me the red stop sign. I don't like the stop sign. Why'd you do this? Let's go to this Mark IIc Plus and have some fun with it. I think it'd be fun. Let's see if you guys think it's fun too. We're going to go straight to the lead channel. Oh, that's way tune. And we're going to turn off the pedal too while we get dial pop filter. It would be nice. So how are you guys doing this fine afternoon? It's an afternoon where I'm at. I'm not sure about you guys. Afternoon here. Quite excited about the afternoon. Hanging out with the missus. We're going to maybe play a game or two, and just work on some stuff. I've got some stuff to work on for the upcoming NAM Universal plugin, which is, guys, we got the UI is finally just about done. And the UI, I saw it today, and it hit me right here. Oh, it hit me. I love seeing the UI for the first time when I get it from Lewin, and man, it's like it hits me right in the heart. It gets me right in the heart. I'm so excited when I see that, like, a UI, because what I do, here's the process. If you guys are curious, how I've typically worked, and I've done, believe it or not, you might not believe this, but I've done a whole bunch of different UIs as far as the layout. I've worked with several different developers on layouts and suite layouts and single amp layouts, multi-panel layouts, and making them as easy to use and as eye-catching and everything as possible, without actually, going from, developer to developer using the same ideas back to back. So I've got my stamp on, I don't know, at this point, got to be 25 to 30 different UIs and the way it works is, I basically I make a really crude sketch. I sit with a ruler and a pencil, and I come out with just a very, very rough sketch. I don't, sketch too hard. I come up with a really rough sketch, and then sometimes I'll if it's really, really set in stone, I'll use a black, like a black fine tip and go over it all and make it look, close, but it's very rough. And then I send that to Lewin, and Lewin does his thing. So he kind of works from there, and that's what a lot of developers do when it comes to the graphics people. They'll sketch things, like with pencil, or even just really rough. I've seen some sketches that were like scribbled on. I've never seen anything on a napkin, but I've definitely seen stuff just like scribbled roughly on like a notepad. That's I had one UI developer say, "Look at what I got from this particular person." As like a guideline, and it was literally something that looked like someone just went and then just threw it into the mail. That's what it looked like. All right, we're going with the Mark II-C Plus from, this is the Thermionic M2CP. Cool, sounds good so far. Again, the Mark II-C Plus, as I've mentioned in many other streams, is not really an amp that I can say I have a ton of experience with. It's not really something I can say I've got, you know, it's not one of those amps where I've used it a lot. We had, one guy in the jam space that had one, and he still has it to this day, and he just really was not one of those people that liked people trying his gear and wanted nothing to do with it. So yeah, I don't have a lot of hands-on experience, although I've heard him playing with it plenty. Like, you know, I know the characteristics I'm listening for and everything else. So not too shabby so far. We're not going to put a pedal on it just yet. Remember, we have the EQ here as well. Why not throw it on and then do a little bit of, old school mixed scoops. Just we'll go with like a gentle scoop for now. What's going on, Eddie? How are you, buddy? We're just chilling today. We're hanging out, checking out a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Now I kind of want to put a pedal in here now. I have, like, there was a period of time where I was playing a shitload of drums on my E-kit. And he was playing a lot of his new amp at the same space. So it's sort of like, I heard him dicking with it a lot when he first got it. Because let's be honest, that amp is not set it and forget it. The Mark II-C Plus is like the exact opposite of the 5150. It is a complex amp to dial in exactly right, and it is not something that you plug multiple guitars into with multiple very different pickups and just use the same settings. It's not going to work like that. You're going to get different pickups, different things, different sounds, unless you use a boost and things like that get a little bit easier on you. Whoa, whoa! Eddie, how's it going, buddy? That's exactly how Enter Sandman would go if they ever hired Zach Wilde to play the songs. And that's not a chirp on Zach Wilde. Don't get all fucking up in a huff. Anytime anybody talks shit on Zach Wilde, if somebody comes up in a huff, like, oh, do you think talk shit about Zach Wilde, man? I'm a member of his fake biker gang. I got the patch on my back and everything, motherfucker. I'll fuck you up. Don't you be talking no shit about Zach Wilde. Oh. I would never talk shit about Zach Wilde. He was one of my idols for my entire youth. I remember the first time I saw Zach Wilde play guitar. My mom was in the room. It was really awkward. The very first video he was ever in. Oh, God. Oh, Bo, help me with this. Ah, shit. The very first, it was the album before, fuck. The album before No More Tears, was that not Zakk Wylde's first album? No, fuck, that's incorrect. No. Fuck, I can never remember the name of the album for whatever reason. In any event, I remember seeing the video on the Power Hour at that time. It was really awkward because I was watching it, but my mom was in the room, and Zakk Wylde had like bell bottoms, and he was like ripped, and he had no shirt on. And I remember thinking, who's this guy, man? He's like this guy's fucking cool. He's fucking, this Ozzy's guitar player is awesome. And then my mom and my aunt are in the same room just fucking catcalling the television. Just like, whoa, like, who is this man? You know, like, and just making some like, you know, dicey comments. Well, there was like an 11-year-old, 12-year-old in the room, I guess. And so I've always seen him as that kind of like that was my first impression of Zakk Wylde, is like, was sort of tainted. The very first Ozzy video that Zakk was ever in. Fuck. It's on the top of my head. I just watched the video I didn't even watch it that long ago. Man, this sounds so good. Oh. I had to pull out a couple of old Metallica riffs. Yay! Oh, yay! And that was the Mark II C+. Like, holy fuck. If there was ever a need, I don't know that there's a need for a really good rectifier right now. I'm not saying that a really good rectifier from Kazrog would be a drop in the bucket or a drop in the stream by any means. It's gonna crush, and it's gonna be fucking fantastic if it comes out, when it comes out. That being said, you have to understand that it's a bigger market for a company to work on something like that. I think he just did a Clarion compressor. This is some sort of like a very, very reputable compressor that he's done, that's literally gotten all kinds of different awards and different fucking things, and he's got accolades up and down the fucking board. So dedicating time to an amp sim that is probably going to sell, likely going to sell maybe it's more risky. I don't know. He's doing quite well with his processing and his creative plugins right now. So I don't know. However, I'm not saying that stuff would be a drop in the bucket, but you know what wouldn't be a fucking drop in the bucket? If Kazrog, sorry, if Shane's watching this, Shane, you know what wouldn't be a drop in the bucket at any point is this Mark II C Plus. How about the FB100? These are amps that like just there isn't much out there that nails these amps. Arguably, I'd also say the EVH 5153. There's not really a lot out there that nails that full amp either. You know what I mean? So there's a bunch here. And if you were to take something, for example, again, this is just me thinking out loud. If you were to make a plugin, say, call it the Ampcraft Marshland, and then you'd include all of these different Marshall options inside the same suite, then I believe that you would have like an explosion of interest. If you were to do the JTM 45, the 800, and 3 JMPs, 2 modified JMPs, and then a regular JMP in the same like little suite, and then just have the ability to switch the amp, that would just like people would explode. People would explode for something like that. Or to have like say the Mark II B, the Mark II C Plus, and the Mark IV inside the same plugin. Again, monster. But yeah, everybody would just like just stop it. My penis can only get so erect, sir. You know, like I just take my money here, all of it. I will write you a blank check. And here it is. Victor, how's it going? What's this? Oldies. And you'd think oldies, right? You think oldies aren't going to hold up? Well, hold up. Yeah. So this one still smokes. Absolutely shreds. This thing is crushing. By the way, the delay I'm using is absolutely free. You can get it right now from Embrini Audio. It's the analog rack delay, and it's free. Could not be easier to use. It's very efficient, super versatile, easy, McEasy, and Freerton. It's free 99. And when I say free 99, it's not even 99 cents. This is free. You can go get it right now. All right, so this is and pretty much most of the time you guys are hearing delays in the streams. If it's not in the suite, which it may or may not be, this is going to be the bag that I'll be using. And prior to this existing, when I was using mostly Thermionic stuff, I was, you know, there was other delays out there that exist, and redelay and a bunch of other stuff. So there's always been delay around. Hold on. Tony Iommi used the Mark II-B Coliseum at one point for US stuff. The thing with EMGs... What thing with EMGs? Hold on. Hold on. It's just the EMG pickup. This song made me think that it was there saying, we drink with a cause. We drink with a cause. But it's drink with the gods. But again, misheard lyric. Misheard lyrics are fucking awesome. Tell me yours in the comments. What is your favorite misheard lyric? I'm really curious. There's lots. One of my favorites is Hot-Blooded Chicken at Sea. That's a good one. But you guys in the comments, let me know. Ozzy parody the Tillman. No, the Kazrog stuff. Yeah, so the Mark II C Plus gotta go. We're gonna move along, but holy shit! Like so far, it's just banger after banger after banger after banger. Man, the Arredondo mod earlier, like, and we're not using it with anything crazy here, guys. I'm just using it with a really, really good IR blend, a very slight bit of room IR for you guys. Pardon me. It doesn't really affect much of anything apart from making it sound just a little bit more free in here, as opposed to being very dry and yeah. I'm not saying go and use like Verb and on your guitar at all times, but yeah, I like to use it just like you guys. Honestly, this is M Convolution EZ, and it's like 6%, and I put it in here, and it is just a very slight bit of something, and it does make a difference, but it doesn't really affect things to the point where you guys are gonna get something and be like, that doesn't sound like what he was demoing. Fucking liar. All right. Next in the list, I kind of want to go with Stefano Marabotos, one of his favorite. And if you don't know who he is, a famed Italian death metal producer, a man that knows how to make many a clean guitar, many a great distorted guitar tone. I was looking at the word clean and just like fucked myself over. That's the way my brain works, I guess. All right, cool. We're gonna set things up. I've just been setting things up basically the same all day. I've been using these in a way that I don't think I was able to back in the day, being that our machines are a little bit slower. Of course, you could freeze tracks and do all kinds of things to save, but it didn't always work. So I'm gonna get to it. And this is an amp that I have actually used in person a few times, but not enough to really say that, you know, that I know a ton about it. Let's see what we got going up. Fuck. Doesn't make any sense how good this fucking sounds, guys. No, it's not. It's the same note. I watched the way they were playing that song and I could never do it. What amp is that? This is, see, you guys are, exactly. You guys are saying this is a Framus Cobra. And this is one of, this is in its analog form, Stefano Marabito's favorite amp ever created. And in its in this particular plug-in form, he got his hands on this one when it was free. For a little while, the Thermionic Serpent was free, and it was the one amp that he offered to, extend, figure out what this was all about. He offered it free. A lot of people got it for free. Stefano is one of those people that got it for free, and he puts it together with this amazing IR blend that he uses, that he made in his studio, that is very sacred to him, that he's never shared with anyone. And he pumps it this through. Oftentimes he will use this. Not saying he uses this for all the bands and stuff, but he uses it. He says he uses it in some respect, way, shape, or form, and uses this often. So, yeah. Not better with the mid qualities, more scooped. Yeah, way better. Wowzers! What the F? Why is this not for sale somewhere? Why you do this? Like, man, I mean, I know that. I feel like maybe somebody was seeing that the AmSim world was complaining because it was changing to a group of people that required everything to be right in a suite and everything to be easy and you know, maybe it would suck because when it was released, everybody understood how it was to be put together. Everybody understood that you were to build the signal chains in your DAW because there just weren't a lot of suites. Suites really didn't exist at all. There was a few like Amplitude and stuff maybe, but like the suites as we see them now weren't really going on when Thermionic came out. So, but we all understood, everybody understood when you bought it, when it was understood that you were going to, you know, put it together with an impulse response loader and load up your IRs and load up your pedal and build your signal chain. We all knew that was how things worked. But then as the market started to twist, it must have been kind of difficult being a one-man operation. And you're selling this collection to people that are maybe expecting it to be a suite all in one. And suddenly you're dealing with maybe a lot of tech support. How do I build a signal chain? What's going on? I can't do it. I don't understand how this works. This is a ripoff. Oh my God, my money. You know, like some people, I mean, and let's be honest, things changed. As soon as suites became like the industry standard sort of scenario, something like this is definitely going to get a little bit less popular with the entry-level users and the newer users and the noobs, etc. Right? That's fine. But there are people like, I mean, I'm pretty sure that everybody in this signal chain, everybody in the live chat right now is very comfortable making their own signal chain and doing their thing and doing what they need to do. And I think that getting it through to Kazrog and understanding that, hey, there's a lot of us still out here that know how to build our signal chains, and just being very transparent in the marketing for this and being very transparent with people and saying, listen, you're going to need to build your own chains. This is not a suite. You are going to need to build your own chain, and that is fine. It's okay. We don't, you know, maybe include a couple videos on the how-tos just to kind of, you know, push aside a lot of people that may struggle with using a DAW. And that's the reality that we're in right now. Okay. It just is. As far as how it looks, I could not give a fuck how it looks, guys, because guess what? I'm not going to be, when you're recording with a plugin, are you sitting there staring at it? You know, can the listener see it? Can the person that's listening to the music that you're creating with this plugin see the UI? Can they see it? Does it matter? It's nice to have when you're just jamming and you want to feel it, the plugin, that's cool. And it's become the industry standard to do that. I get that. But this gives you everything you need right in front of you. And if it sounds this fucking good, Wow. Fuck, this thing sounds good. It sounds really good. And so, yeah, I wouldn't give a shit. If something sounds this fucking good and it's cheap, what would you have to complain about? There would be no universe. There should be somebody like Jay and Silent Bob. They're like, what's his address? They showed up. Did you write this thing sucks because it doesn't have an IR loader? Yeah, so what? Then they just drop the clipboard and start hammering away. Like, you would have to be an idiot to complain about something this good if it was cheap. And when it was discontinued, it was $50 for all of this stuff, all of it. That being said, some of the pedals you may or may not like, and that's fine. Whatever, it is what it is. And that's cool. But I mean, I think that for example, like some of these pedals are really good. You may like them, you may not. It's okay, because at this point, who doesn't have their own giant collection of fucking pedals at this point, right? That is like literally, literally my favorite part of that entire movie. When they're just like, is when he's reading it and he's just like, I'm gonna kill all of these fucks. It's one of my favorite parts of that whole fucking movie. So good. Now I want to watch that movie. You guys influenced me. So this was the Serpent. Yeah, so I guess that this is a resounding collection of people here that we all agree that with the right IRs and especially because with new machines, you can crank the quality on these things up right up through the roof. You can use all the features that you want. Whereas before, every new feature that you clicked on, it would tack on, the resources would kind of grow. And I generally would keep the quality down a little bit. You know, sometimes I would turn the presence off, you know, whatever. What I'm saying is that with new machines, the usage is minuscule. It is minuscule. It's nothing. You can crank the quality right up to 11 and it's great. Or in 6 in this case, it only goes up to 6, not 11. I'm sorry. I'm lying to everybody. So yeah, and I don't really get it. Like, I didn't think it was going to be this good. I thought it was going to be good, but I didn't think it was going to be this fucking good. This is wonderful. We're going to be here for a bit yet, guys, checking out some more of this stuff. I wasn't sure how long we were going to be on here today. I thought maybe we would do 5 or 6 amps and be like, yeah, this is okay. But like, man, we're just having nothing but banger after banger after banger results here. Yeah, there is nothing bad in this collection. It's all good. And man, there are a few plugins out there that have been discontinued over the years. Not many of them. Waves GTR finally got discontinued. They actually only took that off the market like last year or something. That piece of shit should have been off the market ages before that. That thing was just complete and utter junk. Waves, man, the whole Waves installation system. I have probably like $600 in Waves plugins that are just sitting, doing absolutely nothing. And I don't want to install them because I just got so sick of the whole like Wave shell, this and that. And it is just a real pain in the ass. The whole licensing system is a real pain in the ass. I've got just a whole bunch of plugins just sitting around doing nothing. Absolutely nothing. Because I don't want to, I don't know. I don't like that. Maybe I'm wrong. All right. All right. So what do I got here? We are trying out we're going to go from the Serpent now. And we are going to go with let's go with just the plain old 800 and see what we got here. Of course it sounds great right off the bat. Why wouldn't it? Okay, presence on. Don't necessarily need the depth because that is not necessarily a function that I require. And we're going to dime the gain. I'm going to around there somewhere. And of course it sounds good. Man, Jim Martin from Faith No More had such a bizarre guitar tone. You remember his guitar tone? That guy had a very strange guitar tone. I don't know what it was about it, but it's very odd guitar tone. Very odd looking dude. Very odd. And do you guys ever hear the story of that guy? After he exited or was exited from, I'm not sure. Was he exited or did he exit? I can't recall. Wait, hold on. Balkan ska break. All right. Jim Martin became a pumpkin grower. Like he grows record pumpkins. I'm not joking. He went straight from that, took the money he made and invested in a pumpkin farm, and it just made big ass pumpkins. How fucking cool is that? That's pretty badass. This is gonna sound great with some delay. I guarantee it. I guarantee. Man, the note that cut is so nice. Not so bad. Not so bad. I'm sitting here like taken aback the entire time. I've been using the same IR through all of the amps. That is the Dr. Bonkers Ego 412 414 Hype Real Mix. You guys can get just an Ignator 412, but this particular cab sounds so incredible to me. I've never even seen an Ignator cab in my lifetime. I've never seen one with my own eyes. Never in a store, nothing. Whoa. No, not ready yet. It's coming back slowly, though, guys. It's coming back slowly. What magic is what? Yeah, exactly, right? Eddie, if I knew that, I would tell you. You know what? We can find out, though. Eddie, are you on your phone or a laptop? Why don't we just do it? Hold on a sec. We're going to go all face for a sec. Let's go find out. Dr. Bonkers Ego 412. Let's find out. The impulse response pack, by the way, is $17.99. I am gonna find it. I cannot find. I don't like his new website quite as much. Is he okay? So right. I see. Oh, here we go. Ego. All right, let's go to the screen. And here's the cab we're actually looking at here. And Zebek. Oh, I thought this was a Ignator, not an Angle. I'm looking at the wrong one. No, this is the Ego 412. I literally always thought this was like an Ignator. He does have one, though, so I guess I fucked this up. So this entire time, I had no idea. So smart I am. All these years, and he never let me think otherwise either, which was the hilarious part. So here I am. Look at this. This is the face of someone that was. It just sucks when you've been wrong about something all this time. Okay, so this is actually a cabinet I have seen and used many, many times over the years. This whole time, I had no idea that it was based on an Engel 412 vintage cab. I had no idea. I was under the impression this was an Ignator, and here we go. So as soon as I go to this, and we find out we've been wrong for all these years. $9.99 you can get this pack for right now. 414 mix, Hyper-Real mix is my favorite of all time. And look at this fucking thing here. This thing sounds really good, but have you guys ever seen a cab like this in your life? He said he borrowed this from a local band and that it was begging for an IR pack. This is the kind of stuff that Dr. Bonkers does just because he feels like it. He doesn't, I mean, how many people are really going to know what cabinet that is? It's a Delta 412 collection based on Harry Colby Soundsmith Concert 800 watts straight 412 guitar amp. Oh my God, that's a mouthful. That whole thing's your name, is it? How about something like 1960B? Short. That whole thing's your name. All right. Man, I'm really dumb. It is what it is. This whole time, I thought it was an Ignator. The other pack I really enjoy from Dr. Bonkers is this lovely snakeskin Jobby McJob job here. And I really enjoy this one very, very, very much. This is based on Soldano SLO cab of some regard. Snakeskin. Here in the comments, have you guys ever seen a snakeskin cab or head in like with your eyes? Not like online. Of course we've seen that. We've all seen one at least online, but I've actually seen I've seen a couple over the years in bands traveling through. Now we know. All right, now we know that this entire time this has all been voiced by an Engel cab. Guys, I am not a gifted lead player, but I'm trying my best here to give you guys some, give you some ideas. This is fantastic, though. I'm really glad we did this because I am coming out of this with a much even more of a positive opinion of what can be done with these plugins. Something's got to be done. Shane, if you're out there, we love your work, buddy, and we would love to see something happen with all of these amps. All of these amps deserve an amp craft. It sucks because, I mean, it's just not feasible for a developer to probably do a suite for all of these. But I really liked his initial his initial approach. I liked his initial idea, but I'm wondering now, do you guys know if the amp craft series is going to be the suite? Could he, when he adds another, being that the way things are going nowadays, where a lot of developers are condensing into one platform versus a lot of separate platforms because of the amount of updating that needs to be done for Mac and yada yada yada. Do you think maybe I can't remember what he said about Ampcraft? Is it going to be separate suites, or is it going to be where when something else comes out, it's just going to be added into that suite? That would seem likely to me, because to me it would seem likely that he's probably likely going to use the same pedals and the same kind of stuff going on post and pre. So I'm wondering if maybe when the next amp comes out, it's just like going to be like DLC almost, like you just you buy the amp and then you can just switch amps. I wonder if that's going to be the thing. Yeah, really great, guys. Like this is I'm so pleasantly surprised, and the tones we've gotten today is ridiculous. Very, very, very nice. I'm very impressed on how well this holds up. And there's nothing else going on, guys. Like, I know I was thinking about trying like some sort of a fattener there, but then I realized, like, yeah, it's not necessary. Not necessary in the slightest bit. There's all kinds of low end, and there's headroom to add more low end if I wanted to turn on, say, like the depth, and then kind of cruise with a little bit more low end there. Nice. That sounds great. We are coming up on that 2-hour marker, guys, and we didn't get to everything that I wanted to see today, but the last amp is going to be my favorite in the whole bunch is the 5153. And to this day, there aren't many plugins out there that really truthfully nail this amp. It's kind of it sucks because I really do love this amp. It's my favorite amp ever made. All in. My favorite amp ever made, and I would love to see more plugins that really nail it. I see a lot of plugins that nail the block letter pretty well, but not a lot that do the opposite, right? For the 5153. Let's see what we got. Oh gosh, I know this is going to sound great as well. Yep, that sounds great. Also, I'm still mind blown that that's not an ignitor cap. Had that file for so many years. So many! That sounds good too. And I've got the X drive happening up here. That's huge. And again, struggling a little bit with the tunage. Nope, missed a couple notes there too. Boom, this thing sounds good too. It's been basically a chug factory all day today, folks. I could be on here for 3 hours today, but sadly, I must bid you guys adieu. We must wrap it up, and we're gonna wrap up a great weekend here. Don't forget, we are running Aurora DSP giveaways all month. We have a lot to give away from Aurora DSP. We're going to be doing all kinds of fun stuff with them. We're going to be trying to get in little bits and pieces of everything we can. Next month, we have locked in SoftTube they are going to be our contest and our monthly sponsor. We're going to be involving that stuff as often as we can, but we're going to save amp room and stuff for next month. Could not be more excited. I'm going to let you guys know right now that I'm a huge fan of SoftTube stuff, and it's going to be, man, it's going to be a ripping month. But we still have a couple weeks left to go here in this wonderful month, and we're giving away an everything bundle, a bass bundle, a couple of chainsaw distortions, and a Serbius. Though nothing today. I would feel bad because we didn't use anything Aurora DSP today except for showcasing a little bit of that the Unify preamp, but we didn't really get it to use it, so it'd be unfair to do that. That being said, we've got lots to give away this month, lots of fun to be had, and I can't wait to do it. I really can't. Yeah, I'm gonna send this stream as soon as it's all I've got everything, all the info and everything added to it. I'm gonna send it right over to Shane, and hopefully, Shane, if you did watch this, please understand, no one here is trying to tell anyone what to do or what's good for their specific company. Only the people at the helm of those companies understand. However, we are most of us are longtime loyal supporters, and we feel, as the group in here, a small group in here anyway, that this stuff needs to be heard. This stuff needs to be used by newer people so they can learn how to build a signal chain, how to do fun things like that. These are a great way for people to learn how to do that. And man, I just think that people, a new generation of users, and especially old and older users that maybe never got a chance, should be able to buy this and use it on some level. It would be amazing to be able to do that. I'm going to tell you right now. So Shane, if you're out there and you're listening, you got a lot of people that still very much love the Thermionic Collection. I can still remember on my old Honest Amp Sim Reviews website, even after it was discontinued, our Thermionic reviews continued to be some of the most viewed reviews of every month after it was discontinued. You could not go and even use it, and still almost every month the reviews for Thermionic were right up there with Neural DSP and its STL tones and everything else. They were we had to take them down because so many people were still reading them. And whilst it literally started with this product has been discontinued, this is just an archived review, and still to this day, not to this day rather, but till the day we shut it down, it was getting a ton of views. So just letting you know, there's still a lot of people out there that really love the Thermionic Collection, love Recabinet, love everything that you've done on every level, and we just would love to see more for guitarists and bass players. And this is just too good a collection to have it underground and, you know, only kicking around the shitty Yar sites. By the way, don't go to the Yar sites if you value your machines, guys. Don't ever install crap. They just want their way into your machines. Don't ever install the Yar crap, okay? Don't do it. It's garbage. It'd be a great way, though, somewhere out there, at some point in time, to be able to get people to experience Thermionic again on some level. So, Shane, if you're watching this, thank you so much for your contributions, and we very much look forward to what you have coming up in the future. Thank you so much to everybody for watching today and all weekend. I will be with you guys next weekend for sure. Probably Thursday through Sunday. But Monday through Thursday is probably going to be a no-no. I've got lots of other stuff I need to get done, and I'm slacking on it a little bit. So guys, I will see you guys Thursday or Friday, and it's going to be a lot of fun. We've got a lot planned. We've got interviews with Lucas from Aurora DSP. We've got an interview with Marco Turvonen from the Crown. Those two are going to be with us in separate interviews throughout throughout the weekend. We cannot wait to see them. And cat hair, get off me. And I can't wait to see you guys there. All right, so let's hope I'll see you guys there and give these folks a nice warm welcome. Have a nice weekend. Have a wonderful week. Play some guitar. Be creative. My challenge for you guys this week is just to have a good, relaxing week. Cheers, everybody, and thank you so much for being part of this wonderful community. Have a great day.